Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a great day. I hope your work is going on smoothly. Thank you for joining back again on the channel to catch the updates. So the first update here, I have quite a few interesting updates. You know, the Nigerian Super Falcons, of course, are in the news because they are preparing for the Olympic qualifiers game against Cameroon, and of course, Osimhen is also in the news, and the likes of the other players who you know, made appearance for the AFCON, but now they've finally left and gone to their club sites. But let me start with Osimhen's update. So, in the last video, guys, you recall we talked about Osimhen and how Napoli wanted him to come to Italy on Wednesday, but obviously that was not possible because of some delays, some kinds of circumstances. But Osimhen is now in Napoli. He's not in Napoli because, he made the trip yesterday, which was Thursday. But the thing is, his trip was actually delayed based on the report. His trip to Italy was delayed because he was flying into Italy from Turkey, from Istanbul. Apparently, he was supposed to fly early in the morning, but it was delayed to the evening. So he left Istanbul to Italy. And upon arrival, bodyguards, he was actually wearing a hoodie and black hoodie when he touched at the airport, and then there were these bodyguards leading him to the car that would take him to a Napoli training ground, and journalists were everywhere trying to ask him questions. They were like, are you going to play against Napoli? Are you going to play the Genoa match this weekend? So that was the question that was coming out from the mouths of a lot of journalists, Italian press. But of course, Osimhen didn't answer. He just, tightened his face and was just walking straight and, covered his head with hoodie. But the good news is, obviously, he landed safely and we're thankful for that. And what's going to happen now is that, as I said in the last video, Osimhen is going to be re-examined by the medical staff of Napoli because they feel that Osimhen's stomach infection or stomach issue that almost made him lose that semi-final, almost made him not make appearance for that semi-final against South Africa. So the medicals feel that is really very severe and that he had contracted some sort of severe virus in Ivory Coast. So for this reason, they are going to take a look at him, examine him very well, and make sure that he is well and fit. So if the Napoli medicals actually examine Osimhen and they find out that some viruses are still left untreated or some are still existing in his system, then they're obviously going to put him on medication and treatment plans, of course, and then that means he is not going to make appearance for Napoli against Genoa this weekend. But the guys are very optimistic, Napoli and the medicals, that it's going to be something that will not be very, very severe, so that he turns up against Genoa this weekend. But Napoli's and Osimhen gist apart, let me let you know, guys, that the rest of our other players have also returned. The likes of Chukwueze returned to AC Milan, and of course, he was celebrated, given a sort of a welcome, that you give someone that went to play a competition and actually succeeded, actually won great things. So he was given that kind of ovation, of course, but it wasn't as great as we saw Hala receive from Borussia Dortmund, because obviously that one was, it was off the roof, off the chart, of course, because Hala obviously carried the trophy with Ivory Coast. So it was a different kind of celebration that Borussia Dortmund teammates, arranged for him. But of course, our man Chukwueze also got that, ovation when he came to the AC Milan training camp. We saw the guys coming to, celebrate with him, to play with him, laugh with him, and all of that. Even the coach as well had some conversations with him. I'm sure it was a congratulatory comment that he was, telling Chukwueze. But he's now back in the squad, integrated, training with the guys, hopefully to make an appearance this weekend. And also the likes of Onyedika has now returned to his club. Of course, He's a key player for his club. Not only him, all of our players, they are A-list players in their teams, in their respective clubs, even the ones that we didn't see in AFCON. Most of them are regulars. Terry Murphy, we talked about him yesterday, how OGC Nice, had flown in a private jet to return him back to Nice. That shows how important these players are to their respective clubs. We also saw William Chose Ekong linking up with OdumoduBlvck. I don't know how this happened, but of course, obviously, it could be by chance or maybe pre-arranged meeting. But of course, we do know that Ekong is preparing to go back to his club side Poke to start, competing. These two superstars are actually met and of course exchange photos and chats and laughs and pleasantries. Of course, OdumoduBlvck, posting the whole thing on his Twitter, where he did a number of captions that saying that Skipo said, we are coming back stronger and all of that. So it was just full of a good vibe after the guys met. So, but definitely, William Chose Ekong is going to return to Poke, Greece, where he will continue with this club, and of course aim to lift the trophy, which is something that looks very likely for them this season. So guys, I'll just go forward and give you the gist about this Nigerian Super Falcons, who have now coach Waldrum has now brought out the list of the players that will be in contention to play the CAF Olympic qualifiers for the women against Cameroon later this month / next month. It's actually going to be a 2-leg games where we'll play the first one away and then play the returning leg at home. So here's a list of the 21 players that have been invited by Coach Waldrum for the Super Falcons CAF Women's Olympic qualifiers. So for the goalkeepers, we have a Chamaka Nadozie, we have a Tochukwu Eluehi, we have Linda Jiwaku. Then for the defenders, we have Osinachi Ohale, we have Michelle Alozie, we have Tosin Demehin, we have Ashley Plumtree, who's making her return for the longest time. The last time we saw her was in the last World Cup that was played in Australia very, very many months ago. So we have Akudo Ogbonna, we have Rofiat Imoran. Then for the midfielders, we have Halimatu Ayinde, we have Christy Uchebe, we have Rashidat Ajibadi, we have Tony Pines, we have Deborah Abiodun, we have Jennifer Echegini. And then for the forward areas, we have Ifeoma Onomonu, we have Omari Shola Babajide, we have Esther Koronko, we have Asisat Osola, we have Uche Kanu, and then Gift Monday. Those are the 21 players that have been invited. That's the video, guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day ahead.